Again, just to remind everyone, kind of same things for football. We won't be providing COVID updates. Again, all those things will come from Hunter Yurachek. So with that, we'll turn it over to questions, and we'll start with Bob.
Okay. Hey, Justin, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, it's an interesting mix, obviously, on the roster with grad transfers, guys that redshirted, newcomers, a couple of guys coming back. How do you think you guys have all meshed so far during the workouts, and how anxious are you to get to start real, full-scale practices all week?
I'd say we've done a really good job of getting to know each other, especially with the team with so many new moving pieces. It is a little bit difficult, to kind of get used to each other and get used to playing with each other. But I think we've done a good job so far, and we'll use these official practices to really get to know each other a little bit more on the floor and really build, team chemistry while playing.
Is there anybody among the group that's really impressed you during the workouts?
Yeah, I'd say a lot of us have really been impressive. I'd say Moses has been really shooting the ball really well. JT has been doing his thing out there. Just a good mix of players. Doing a lot of different things.
Yeah, I got some more, but I'll turn it over to.
All right, Hutch, you got something?
Yeah, Justin, what's this offseason been like from a player's perspective? I mean, it's probably unlike anything you've ever dealt with, right?
Yeah, I think we're all kind of in the same boat with not really having, gone through this before. But the offseason was definitely different. You kind of just had to, get it where you fit, meaning where you kind of just had to work out in any way possible that you could, whether that be in the garage, out on the field, running, or, shooting baskets out on a cement court, which I think a lot of us haven't done in a long time. Just trying to get in the gym and trying to get a ball in your hand as much as possible, really.
Hutch, you got a follow-up or anything?
I guess I can. I mean, what kind of role do you see for yourself on this team, being one of the older guys and this being your last go around?
Definitely a leader for sure. Having gone through it for the past 3 years, seen a lot of different things, and I can use that experience, to help the guys or people who may be a little bit more new to it, and really just doing whatever coach asks of me on the floor. I'm not really too worried about of me making my role. Whatever role coach wants me to play, I'll play that.
Okay, next we go to Scotty.
Hey, Justin, I talked to Eric a couple months ago, and he said he was pretty pleased with your progress as a jump shooter. How do you think that's coming along, and what specifically, kind of drills, what kind of work were you doing to improve there?
Yeah, it's definitely coming along really well. I'd say that the main thing that's really helped it was just getting in the gym. We have a culture established here of really staying in the gym, really consistently working 6-7 days a week. And, I think that's really what's been the best for my jumper and for my game in total.
Also, could you just kind of detail what you've seen from Vance Jackson to this point, what you kind of like about his game and what he can bring?
Vance is he's a shooter, and, he can really knock down a lot of different types of shots. And, he's definitely going to help us spread the floor and space the floor and, open up driving lanes for a lot of different guys.
Next, we'll go to Tom Murphy.
I done told you, Mike, I don't have any questions, man.
I didn't hear you say that. My bad. All right, we'll go to Nikki then.
Hey, Justin. Muss has this big background in professional hoops. So how much of that comes through with his practices?
I mean, it's a big emphasis every single day. All our drills are drills he got from the professional ranks, and they're all named after the various places. So, I mean, it's always a big emphasis. He has a lot of experience up there on a lot of different levels. So, him being able to, draw from that has definitely helped our team.
And then the 4 freshmen that came in, super heralded across the nation. What can you take away from how they've played so far, and do they seem like freshmen to you?
I'd say that they've really done a good job of coming in and buying into the culture of the work. They're in the gym just as much as everybody else, if not more. And they're really, they're really learning. They're picking things up really quickly, and I look forward to seeing their development over the year.
Okay, next we'll go to Curtis.
Hey, Justin, you're a guy that's been known to play a little bit of everywhere on the floor, several different positions. Where all have you worked so far, and is there a particular spot that you feel a little bit more comfortable or that you favor as compared to others?
There's no position that I really prefer. It's really just whatever one is needed of me at the time. I'll guard 1 through 5. Whatever coach wants me to do, I'll do that. But I'm, with that, being comfortable in those various positions is really what helps me to do that and be that flexible.
Okay, and then you mentioned being able to guard 1 through 5. Just curious, you're out there playing defense against a lot of new guys. Who's the toughest guy on the team for you to guard that you face so far?
I'd probably say KK because he's just quick. He's very, very quick. He's fast, and he has really quick change of direction. So that's probably the most difficult for me so far.
All right, next we'll go to Nate Allen.
Justin, just how different or odd was it early practicing with a team you played against these last 2 years?
It wasn't that different. We played them kind of early in the year last year, so I don't really remember their schemes or anything like that. But before practice, coach will show film of our game, and it'll take me back a little bit. But nothing. It doesn't really struck me in any type of way.
As far as adjusting to Arkansas, have there been anything major, either you're on the court or off, that's been different for you?
Not really. It's a nice town. It's a college town. It's I'm just kind of getting my bearings and getting used to where everything is. It's definitely hotter than every place that I've ever been. More consistently, but other than that, it's not too different.
Thanks.
Next we'll go to Dudley. Dudley, we're not hearing you. I don't think you're muted though. All right, we'll move on. Jordan Black, you got something?
Yeah, hey Justin, what were some of his selling points to you, and kind of how did the decision come about that made you want to come here one more year? What did he kind of help do to get you here?
Well, one of the things I was looking for when I put my name in the transfer portal was a change in the style of play. So the way that he likes to get up and down and really play a more free-flowing, movement-based 5-out offense definitely appealed to me. Definitely his professional background in the upper ranks of professional sports, and also just the opportunity to kind of be myself on and off the floor and really show what I can do.
All right, next, Ty, you got anything?
Justin, I know we're going to get a chance to watch y'all practice a little bit today on Facebook. It's kind of disappointing that we don't get to see more of that, obviously, with COVID and everything going on. 12 new guys on this team that didn't play a minute last year. How competitive have the drills, practices, and everything been up to this point?
They've definitely been competitive. Everybody's definitely fighting for a spot, and you can kind of feel it. Everybody's kind of looking over their shoulder, but that makes practice good. That means everybody's playing hard and really pushing each other. So regardless of how everything shakes out lineup wise, will be left as better off because of it.
Justin, you have the same vertical as Michael Jordan. That's something that many people would like to be in that category. How often are your teammates trying to throw oops to you in practice?
Oops. It depends on fast breaks, definitely. Just whenever I get the opportunity to dunk, they definitely want me to dunk. It gets a little bit tiring, but other than that, it's not too bad.
Jason Carroll.
Hey, Justin, I'm wondering, how much these 12 now getting ready to start 13 weeks as a transfer, how much that's helped you kind of get integrated to this team and the other transfers as well, just kind of fitting into what Coach Muss wants to do. How much has this extra time helped adjusting to that?
It's definitely helped. Just being able to be around the guys and being around the facility and the coaches for an extended period of time. Usually during the summer you get a little break in between August, but due to COVID, we kind of went straight through. So without that gap, we were able to, really get to know each other and really, kind of get used to each other's styles. And I think that'll definitely pay dividends in the long run.
All right, I probably have time for one more for Justin before we bring in Jalen. Anyone have anything specific for Justin they'd like to ask? Okay, Bob has something specific go ahead, Bob.
I think I'm unmuted there. Hey, I think you mentioned JD a minute ago. I know that he hurt his wrist, but from what I understood, he was going to be ready to start a practice. How's he looking, and what impresses you specifically about his game?
He's looking good. I think what impresses me the most is his natural ability to score and kind of get downhill and get the defense on their heels. He's always looking to, make a play, and he's been really impressive so far.
Is he a good passer or setup guy?
Yeah, definitely. As he's learning, I think he's learning like 3 positions. So as he gets used to all these different positions, he'll kind of, find his spots. And, as we get used to playing with each other, we'll kind of, get used to, where we want to be on offense and stuff like that. But, everything's looking good so far. And as we move forward, we'll definitely get better.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Justin. We'll make a little switch here and bring in Jalen.
Thanks, guys.